Hi, welcome to practice at St. Paul's, this time not on the organ again, but on the harpsichord. It's our tradition here for the last few years that I do a harpsichord, about a 30-minute harpsichord before the service on Tuesday during Holy Week. And I thought I'd just show you some of the mechanics of how a harpsichord works. So of course you know that a harpsichord was the instrument in most use before the piano, and it plucks the strings instead of using a hammer to hit them, which gives it its distinctive sound. And you see this kind is called a double manual French style harpsichord. It was built by Dowd, which is one of the best American builders. And you see it has two manuals, and each manual has a set of 8-foot strings, what we call a course of 8-foot strings on it. If I play the bottom manual, sounds like this. If I play the top manual, it sounds like this. So same strings, same sounds. It's just that the top manual has what is in essence, like if you imagine you're playing guitar, and you can use a harder pick or a softer pick to give it a slightly different tone. These two manuals have slightly different sounds, so depending on what I want to go for and what contrasts I want to make, I would use different manuals. So on this Bach piece I'm playing tomorrow night, the second Partita, on one of the opening movements, I started off playing on this upper manual. Very beautiful sound, right? I might, on the second movement, on the Allemand, I'll play some of that on the lower manual. Now, if I want a little bit more sound, like on the fugue on the opening one, I can do this, which is really kind of cool. I can slide this upper manual back, and I don't know if you can see on the video this far away, but then when I play on the lower manual, it plays the upper manual at the same time, so I can play both of those courses of strings at the same time. You get the idea. If I want to do something very special, I'm going to uncouple these so that they're playing separately again. And this is something that I do on the most sensitive movement, the saraband. I put on the lute stop. When I push this lever over, it essentially pushes some pieces of felt up against each string to make it sound more like it's a lute or an old-fashioned guitar. Very cool. Now, there's one more thing I can do on this instrument, and I hate to do it to you because I haven't fully tuned this thing since Friday, but it even has an extra set of strings that are 4 feet long. So if you think about that, I have 2 sets of strings, the longest of which are 8 foot. Then I add a set of 4-foot strings on top of that. Well, then they're going to be 1 octave higher. So here's 1 set of 8-foot strings, 2 sets of 8-foot strings, and then I can push on this last one, which is not going to be as in tune. And Bach here is using a style that we call a French overture style that was developed by Lully for when the Sun King walked into a room. When Louis XIV walks into a room, they played in this double dotted style, we call it. So this is all of the strings at once. So those are kind of all the sounds that we can use on the harpsichord. So thanks for listening, and catch you next time.